So it's taken less than a year for Lakers fans to already want Luka Doncic gone. And I mean this when I say this, please trade him. Please, please, please trade him to anywhere. Anywhere. Please trade Luka Doncic. Please trade the best offensive player in the world. Just because your dumbass franchise surrounds a notoriously slow-footed offensive superstar with a bunch of slow players who can't defend either, meaning that he has to consistently guard fast wings, which he can't do, and looks like he's getting exposed.
What do you mean by that?
The Lakers are losing, and suddenly Lakers fans want to trade Luka Doncic. The same fans who were calling him the savior of the franchise just months ago now want him gone. They're blaming him for everything: the defense, the pace, the losses. Meanwhile, LeBron James just returned to the lineup, and somehow nobody's talking about how the team fell apart the moment he came back. This is peak Lakers fan logic, and it needs to be called out.
You know, I think since we've gotten Bron back, we haven't been as organized offensively.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Do you think Luka's the problem, or are the Lakers just terrible at building a roster around their stars? Let's get one thing straight right off the bat. Lakers fans wanting to trade Luka Doncic after less than a year is the most Lakers thing ever. This is the same fan base that ran Dwight Howard out of town. The same fan base that blamed everyone except Kobe when the team was terrible. The same fan base that thinks every problem can be solved by trading for another big name. And now they're doing it again with Luka. Because apparently, when you're the Lakers, accountability doesn't exist. It's always someone else's fault.
You cannot blame Luka when there is a blueprint on how to play around Luka, just like there was a blueprint on how to play around James Harden. Is Luka Doncic that much worse a defender than James Harden in Houston? No. Is he that much worse a defender than fucking Magic Johnson? No. He's probably a better defender than Magic Johnson was. He couldn't defend anybody. And Luka Doncic has so many flaws. Let's be real. He has so many flaws, but he is a fucking maverick offensive talent to the extent where he is one of the 10 greatest offensive players the sport has ever seen.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Here's what actually happened. The Lakers traded for Luka Doncic in the offseason. Everyone was hyped. The team started the season strong. They were winning games. Luka was putting up near triple-doubles every night. Austin Reeves was thriving. The offense was clicking. And then LeBron came back from injury. And suddenly, everything fell apart. The pace slowed down. The ball stopped moving. Luka started looking lost on defense. And now, fans are screaming to trade him. But nobody's asking the obvious question. What changed?
That LeBron physically just can't play any defense at all. No one is asking him to be Gary Payton, but LeBron is choosing not to show any effort. He is choosing to stand around and do nothing. He is choosing to allow offensive rebounds, and he's choosing to cherry pick for easy layups while leaving his man wide open.
LeBron came back. That's what changed. And look, I'm not saying LeBron's washed, but he's 41 years old. He can't keep up with the pace anymore. He can't defend wings. He needs the ball in his hands to be effective. And when you have two ball-dominant players who both need the ball to be effective, someone's going to suffer. And in this case, it's Luka. Because the Lakers decided to slow everything down to accommodate LeBron. And that's killing Luka's game. Let's talk about how the Lakers are using Luka.
And everything is just what we're talking about a lot. Like, LeBron's been playing off the ball a lot. And you had 8 tonight, he had 5 tonight. What do you feel like needs to happen as far as helping LeBron balance the off-ball stuff that makes y'all so dynamic offensively with him needing to possibly help you with the playmaking and shot creation and turnover reduction?
Yeah, too many turnovers. Gotta stop losing the ball.
Do you feel in charge?
Luka Doncic is one of the greatest offensive players in the world. He's a pick-and-roll maestro. He's a playmaker. He's a scorer. He does everything on offense. But he needs the ball. He needs to control the pace. He needs shooters around him. And he needs to be hidden on defense. That's the blueprint. That's how Dallas got to the finals. They surrounded Luka with defenders and shooters. They let him run the offense. And they hit him on the weakest offensive player on the other team. But the Lakers? They're doing none of that. They're surrounding Luka with slow, non-shooting players who can't defend. They're forcing him to guard fast wings because nobody else can. They're slowing down the pace to accommodate LeBron, and then they're shocked when Luka struggles. It's like they looked at the Dallas blueprint and said, "Nah, let's do the opposite of that." And now they're blaming Luka for not carrying this garbage roster. And here's the kicker. Lakers fans are saying Luka's defense is the problem. They're acting like he's getting exposed. But Luka's never been a great defender. Everyone knows that. He's not Kawhi Leonard. He's not Jimmy Butler. He's an offensive savant who needs to be hidden on defense. And that's fine. You know why? Because Magic Johnson couldn't guard anybody either, and he won 5 championships. James Harden couldn't guard anybody, and he took the greatest team of all time to 7 games. Defense isn't Luka's job. His job is to run the offense and put up 30-point triple-doubles, and he does that better than almost anyone in the league. But when you surround him with terrible defenders and force him to guard the other team's best wing player, of course he's going to look bad. That's not Luka's fault. That's the front office's fault for building a terrible roster around him.
Yeah, man.
He gotta retire this year.
He got
Oh,
retired.
don't, bro. I need 20.
I just don't like the fact
Need
that
25
how many
years.
points Bron average?
Probably 20.
Nah,
He
it,
had like
Lou
18.
said no.
it ain't quite 20 yet, man.
He do.
Oh, we out of pocket. It's right there, 20.3. I thought it was
What
over.
are we talking about, gang?
27, 50.
And we shooting 50%.
That's the lowest since his rookie year.
So, now you're going to retire. That shouldn't be too hard for you. Stupid game after all.
Let's also talk about the LeBron situation, because this is the elephant in the room that nobody wants to address. LeBron James is 41 years old. His contract is killing the Lakers' salary cap, and his presence is messing up a team's chemistry. When Luka was running the show without LeBron, the Lakers were one of the best teams in the league. They were fast, they were efficient, they were winning. And then LeBron came back, and suddenly, they're losing. Now, I'm not saying LeBron's the problem, but I'm also not saying it, because the numbers don't lie. The Lakers' offensive rating dropped when LeBron returned. Their pace slowed down, their ball movement disappeared, and Luka's efficiency dropped because he's not getting the same touches. LeBron needs the ball, Luka needs the ball, and you can't have 2 ball-dominant players on the same team unless one of them is willing to play off-ball, and LeBron's not willing to do that. But here's what's really crazy. Lakers fans aren't blaming LeBron, they're blaming Luka. They're saying Luka's not a winning player. They're saying he can't play defense. They're saying he's not worth the trade. And it's like, are we watching the same games? Because Luka's been the best player on the Lakers this season. He's carrying this garbage roster every single night. And instead of getting credit, he's getting scapegoated. And the worst part? Lakers fans are already trying to trade him. They're saying they should trade Luka for Anthony Davis. They're saying they should trade Luka for another star. They're saying Cade Cunningham is better than Luka. And it's like, have you lost your minds? Luka Doncic is a top 5 player in the world. He's a generational talent. And you want to trade him because the front office surrounded him with terrible players? That's insane. Let me tell you something. If you put Luka on the Detroit Pistons right now, they'd make the finals. Why? Because Detroit has shooters. They have defenders. They have a system that would actually work with Luka's game. Cade Cunningham is great, but if you swap Luka and Cade, the Pistons become instant championship contenders. Because Luka's that good. He's a system by himself. And when you put the right pieces around him, he's unstoppable. But the Lakers don't have the right pieces. They have LeBron's son on the roster taking up a spot. They have aging veterans who can't keep up. They have no shooting. They have no defense. And they have a front office that keeps making terrible decisions. And instead of fixing the roster, they're trying to trade their best player. That's Lakers basketball in a nutshell. Now, let's talk about the whole heliocentric offense doesn't work narrative. Because Lakers fans are using this to justify trading Luka. They're saying his style of play can't win championships. And that's complete nonsense. You know who else ran a heliocentric offense? LeBron James when he won in Cleveland. He had the ball in his hands every possession. He made every decision. And he won a championship. The only difference was he had shooters and defenders around him. James Harden ran a heliocentric offense in Houston, and he was one historically bad shooting night away from beating the greatest team of all time. The Rockets missed 27 straight three-pointers in Game 7 against the Warriors, and they still almost won. If they'd made just 5 of those 27, they'd have won the championship. So you're telling me the system doesn't work because PJ Tucker and Trevor Ariza had one terrible shooting night? That's ridiculous. And let's not forget, Luka Doncic already took the Mavericks to the finals, with a worse supporting cast than what the Lakers have now. He did it by dominating the ball and controlling every possession, and he almost won. The only reason he didn't was because the Celtics were deeper and more talented. But Luka proved the system works. He proved he can lead a team to the finals. And now Lakers fans are saying he can't win? That makes no sense. Here's the reality. Any system can win a championship if you have the right pieces. The Warriors won with motion offense and three-point shooting. The Bucks won with Giannis dominating in the paint. The Lakers won with LeBron and AD playing heliocentric basketball. There's no one way to win. You just need talent, coaching, and the right fit. And the Lakers don't have any of those things right now except for Luka. But instead of fixing the roster, they're trying to trade Luka. And that's the dumbest thing they could possibly do. Because if you're not going to build around him properly, then yeah, trade him. Send him to a team that actually knows how to use him. Send him to a team that will surround him with shooters and defenders. Send him to a team that will let him control the pace and run the offense. Because if you're going to waste his talent by surrounding him with terrible players and LeBron's kid, then you don't deserve him. And you know what? If the Lakers do trade Luka, he's going to go somewhere else and dominate. He's going to lead that team to the finals. And Lakers fans are going to be sitting there wondering what went wrong. Just like they did with Dwight. Just like they did with everyone else they ran out of town. Because that's what the Lakers do. They blame everyone except the front office for their failures. So here's my message to Lakers fans. If you want to trade Luka, go ahead. Trade him. Get rid of the best offensive player in the world. Keep LeBron and his terrible contract. Keep building around a 40-year-old who can't keep up anymore. And watch as Luka goes to another team and wins a championship. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. Luka's not the problem. The Lakers are. Lakers fans want to trade Luka after less than a year, and it's the most ridiculous overreaction in recent NBA history. Luka's not the problem. The roster construction is. If you want more takes on the biggest stories in basketball, hit that like button and subscribe, because this Lakers drama is just getting started, and you don't want to miss what happens next.